Bro, you have a crazy, crazy resume.
Kids jumping in the transfer portal for 7-on-7. That shit was so funny, bro. That shit was so funny. I want to thank the team for allowing me the opportunity. I want to take my talents.
I was 0.5 points behind you in our fantasy league off base.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Winner.
I've never seen a fantasy football game that close before. Oh, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 week matchup decided by like a point.
I realized when I gave my victory speech, huh?
I'm sitting here with the founder and CEO of Love Inc., a nonprofit. Just got awarded Nonprofit of the Year by Sisterhood on the Go, Omega Psi Phi, Citizen of the Year for Omega Psi Phi, Tile Chapter. Man, this man's a homeowner. Got one crib, got another one coming. Yeah. Worked on national campaigns, sit on juvenile justice boards. Young nonprofit professional network 30 under 30 this week. Man, this man travels the world. He speaks all over the country. My guy, Noah McQueen.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All that winning shit.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
They just traded for Kenny Pickett.
They still got Jameis, you know?
They had to say
Kenny Pickett can't start, bruh. They might actually.
I wouldn't go.
I would hope. If I'm Shador, he was talking all that about like they're trying to ruin my job stock. I want to get picked in the 20s, bro.
And I don't know if I want to work. Pete Carroll's like a great coach.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want an 75-year-old coach.
Yeah.
And like now, like okay, the benefits and negatives.
Yeah.
The Raiders have had niggas like Henry Ruggs. You know what I'm saying? You in Vegas, wild out. This shit is great for the brand. You know what I'm saying? They done did Josh Jacobs dirty. They done had a 1-year coach, Antonio Pierce. They done got fucking rid of. They had John Gruden as a coach who was out there, the most homophobic, racist nigga in the world. And then like just looking at this thing, I wouldn't want to play for a nigga that looked like this. Al Davis looked cool. Mark Davis, that nigga looks like he belongs. He belongs on one of them offenders. That nigga looks bad. I wish we could show this shit. That nigga looks bad.
Nah,
I want to play for a nigga like that. Shit is crazy.
It's because he tried to get a fresh lineup with a mullet or something.
Yeah, a spoon.
Yeah,
with a spoon, boy. Look like that.
He tried to get a fresh lineup with a mullet.
They haven't made
I think they're trying to. I mean, the tanking worked.
Yeah, but to get Geno, to do all that tanking and then get Geno,
it's weird because it's like I don't understand why teams want to be in the middle so bad.
Middle's the worst place to be.
Yes, just accept it. Just be bad.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to be the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals, bro. Unfortunately, right now, last few years, the Falcons, bro. Even though last year we did have a top 10 pick, but we used it on the QB, who I do think is going to start for us. But right after we paid another QB, it's not what you want to see.
Yeah.
So we gotta have him. Like you can't cut him.
And then, but last year y'all said y'all gonna cut him. Y'all said y'all gonna cut him. Y'all said y'all wasn't gonna cut him. Y'all said y'all gonna trade him. Y'all said y'all wasn't gonna trade him.
I mean, if we could trade him, we'll trade him. But
it cost y'all like 30, 40 billion to trade that man.
That the NFL salary cap, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because in the NBA, you trade somebody, that contract is done.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, the NFL is way different. Like you trade them, you still gotta have some dead cap. I'm like, what? It be happening in Madden all the time. In the Madden franchise, I'm like, what you mean? I started a Madden franchise with the Browns, actually, and the first thing I did was go to trade Deshaun Watson. I traded him. My salary cap was still, I'm like...
I got a plan.
But what's the Madden League experience? Like, do y'all play once a week? Do y'all schedule it? Do y'all, like... Do people be lagging behind? Like, yo, we ready to move the week on, but you haven't played your game?
Yeah, most of my life, I've never been in the league until this one. This shit is like, it's like a committed job.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's like you gotta spend time and like really devote like hours to
you gotta
no matter what. Like you have a birthday dinner, a family function, like your girl will be over it. Like whatever the fuck it is, you gotta stop to play Madden. Like you have to do it to stay, especially if your league are sipping like every 2-3 days. And then like you trade with niggas who like are imbeciles. Like you know what I'm saying? These niggas are quite literal imbeciles. Like, the nigga traded me the Jerry Sneed. Jerry Sneed's like almost a 90 overall superstar ability. Yeah. And Cal Ridley's like a 83, 84 receiver straight. He gave me a first round pick too. Because he's also taking, which doesn't make no sense. All I gave him was a first round pick in the corner. So I got 2 of his best players and his first round pick, which is better than my first round pick. For a later pick, we swap picks basically. Second, the nigga's an imbecile. And here lies the question: why?
Nah, bro.
Some of the worst, bro. I see the nigga trade Derrick Henry for McDuffie, which it's like it could make sense. I mean, that after you play him one season on Madden, like it's not going to age well. You know what I'm saying? Like, McDuffie's a young nigga, 2 years in, rookie deal, one of the best corners in the game, and you trade him to the Chiefs. So the Chiefs got Derrick Henry, right? But the nigga throws 5 picks a game with Patrick Mahomes, and he's terrible. Like, the nigga literally is like 5 and 12.
I'm not gonna lie, I throw picks too. If I play Madden, I play with a running quarterback at all times. Yeah. I gotta scramble. Yeah.
He's talking about he traded Mahomes because he don't know how to play with him. I'm like, if you trade Mahomes,
why you get the Chiefs? Just get somebody else.
Bro, they got Derrick Henry, Patrick Mahomes. He got Isaiah Pacheco on the bench, who's like 87 overall. Mm-hmm. He got 5 starting wide receivers: Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and nigga only won 5 games. It's like, bro, you're Chiefs, bro. But he's a good guy. That's the other thing. That's Madden League, bro. Mostly it's about the shit talk. It's quite literally, all about the arguing and the shit talking and the fighting and it's all bullshit, bro. It's all bullshit. I spent my whole yesterday arguing with I got a nigga kicked out of the league. Number 1 seed. I said, damn, I knocked out the number 1 seed. I didn't have to play the game. He was cheating, bro.
What you mean? You got to get kicked out. I thought you were going to say he was just editing players straight up. Making them 99 speed.
Crazy, right? Yeah. Nah, he was also doing like making custom playbooks, which you can't do.
You can do that, right?
You can do it, but not in the league. Like, you can't do it. And so like, it was like 16-1. We going into the playoffs, and I was like, I went to the transactions. I want to see when I haven't played a game. I feel really proud of that. I'm a top level snitch. I'm a top level snitch in this fucking game.
I mean, you got to snitch.
Yeah, I mean, I've barely been in playoffs.
Wait, so what's gonna happen in that spot? Like, computer?
The worst nigga in the league now gets to have his team because he's not a good user anyway. The thought is like, you gotta fill that spot, and like, nigga, you've been taking all year. You get Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, and Roquan Smith, and
see what's up.
Yeah. You got like the whole defense is all stars, bro. The whole defense like X Factor and all those shit.
That's what I was about to ask. Growing up, why the Commanders over the Ravens?
You see, I can't. There's no good way to be like, yeah, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna fly.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't know why you put 2 teams in the same area for such long. I mean, I got it. The Ravens came like late '90s, I think, type shit.
Yeah.
And so like they're new to the area, but like the Washington Commanders on the skids of time was a team from Virginia, DC, Maryland, and the Carolinas because they didn't have.
They had the Panthers.
Yeah,
when you were growing up.
Nah, because I think the Panthers came like late '90s, like late '90s.
Yeah, you're old, bro. Oh, that Troy Polamalu,
crazy.
That was the time.
What Frankie Louvu tried to do against the Eagles.
When they're about to, they say, yo, just so you know, we'll give these boys a touchdown. Y'all keep doing this.
Yeah, just like jumping over the shit. He did that shit 4 straight times. Like Lamar Aronson perfected that shit.
Yeah.
That shit at Penn State.
Actually, bro, I kind of understand. I don't want them to ban the tush push, but I kind of understand. If I'm the other team and it's the Eagles on the 1 yard line, you have to jump over.
Yeah. They're
going to score.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Especially if it's first or second down, they're going to score.
To know you always got 4 hold down, and all you got to do is get like, really, you're always at 3rd and 8. You know what I'm saying? Because like you got 4 downs to get 10 yards, but really you got 4 downs to get, or 3 downs to get 8 yards.
Yeah.
With the 2 yards,
you're gonna tush push, which is crazy.
Yeah, that shit is actually that is an unfair play. You know they talk about like reviewing it and not like.
Yeah, they're thinking about banning it.
Yeah.
Bro, don't ban it. I say don't ban it because only one team is doing it for real. The Bills are trying to do it, but they got stuffed against the Chiefs. Like, if every team in the league starts doing it, then it gets kind of annoying. It's ugly. But if one team's doing it, they're just elite. That's what they do.
Yeah, I'm about to say, to have an elite play, that's like saying Tyreek can't go deep.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? They don't have like, remember when they used to, I think the San Fran only did this once, maybe twice. San Fran used to have Trent Williams come through, like, he used to be in motion. They used to motion him and do kick-out blocks. And, like, bro.
And they banned it.
They, like, not officially, but they was like, yo, this is against player safety because of this nigga Trent Williams. And this nigga literally, like, they'll put a tight end or, like, a second tackle at where Trent Williams normally is.
Oh, he'll play tight end.
And they'll motion that nigga out. Or kick out block. And he would kill people. I get it.
Because if you give him a running start, he's 350 pounds.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
All right, bro, let's start for real, bro. This was the longest intro ever.
In the world.
This is the longest intro in the world, but who cares, man? Hey, look, what's going on, everybody? It's Kaim. Y'all know it's a 3 in the key. I'm sitting here. We got a long way to go, man. I'm sitting here with the founder and CEO of Love Inc., a nonprofit. Just got awarded Nonprofit of the Year by Sisterhood on the Go. Man, member of Emerging 100, member of Global Shapers, Young Black Leadership Alliance, Omega Psi Phi, Citizen of the Year. for Omega Psi Phi top chapter. Man, this man's a homeowner. He's showing me. You just sent me a flyer for open house last week. So you got one crib, got another one coming. Golly, worked on national campaigns, sit on juvenile justice boards. Young nonprofit professional network 30 under 30 this week. Man, this man travels the world. He speaks all over the country. My guy, Noah McQueen. Yes, sir. Yeah. This one was at the Olympics, man. Y'all know I love Bron. This man came back. It's crazy seeing Bron, Steph. Is that? That's crazy. You were there the whole time? Like, were you there for the gold medal game?
Trying to get tickets to that, like, man, but also like the game before that. It was just like they're not playing the games like exactly in 2 hours away sometime, and so like you know what I'm saying, like you gotta.
I did not know that.
Yeah, bro, you gotta buy that. What people were doing was they'll buy the tickets early, and then tickets like tickets weren't expensive. Resale once they all bought the tickets. $3,000, $5,000, $1,000, like $900, and it was like Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? The first half was good. Though. They were giving them work, and then next thing you know, they were there about 40.
It's nothing them boys.
Alvarado was doing his best, right? Alvarado play against Stars is crazy.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do, bro. It's unfair. It's crazy because Team USA pulls up like 3 days before the Olympics and start practicing. That's how you know it's different, bro.
And I don't know why Embiid even played. Like, I get it. Like, he wanted to do it for his son. He wanted to do it. Like, he wanted to do it. But, bro, you should have played for Cameroon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like just a pride thing. If you could play for another country, I feel like sometimes you do. Because why not? Like Jokic played for Serbia. They know they're probably gonna lose. But if you win, you have a chance to become a legend.
Put it on your back. Like Manu played for Argentina.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to think of superstars that stay playing for.
Of course, Wemby. France is actually legit. And Embiid could have played for France too.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the rules are, but he could have played for Cameroon, France, or USA. Yeah. And so he really could have played for France, and they would have had, honestly, a chance.
I feel like it also resting your body in the summer if you know you're about to be on this. And then he came in the season talking about low management.
He's out for the season now.
But he already said I'm not playing all 65 games to win awards and stuff like that so it's like when you play basketball in the summer competitively at that level, and then you know you're not going to be able to come into the season ready, and then you know you're not going to finish the season, and then you got Paul play all P out here talking about I'm gonna stop podcasting.
I mean, I feel bad for Paul George because honestly, he's probably right now he's a top podcaster. He's probably a better podcaster than a hooper.
Yeah,
like he needs to start podcasting gear, but the problem is his contract is so elite, bro.
Yeah, it's like
I'm pretty sure
years.
Philadelphia might have gave him like 4 years, 160. So he still got another 3 years to be making max money.
And he got that from the Clippers, and he got that from the Thunder, and he got whatever max money was from
Indiana.
The Pacers. So like, bro, you can't feel bad for him. I mean, and he's got another 3 years of podcasting. While people actually still really cares.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's Tyrese Maxey team. If you were smart, you try to like trade Embiid after next season. He get like 10, 15 games in. He go crazy.
10, 15 games.
No, really, think about it.
Because you know he's not gonna last.
Yeah, if he go crazy 10, 15 games.
Do him like Luka.
Yeah, when he hot.
Do him like Luka. Honestly though, you're right. Teams don't. We're gonna get back to that Luka thing, but teams don't do the smart thing, and maybe it's because obviously they're humanish relationships, but. You should trade good players sometimes. Like, bro, like the Lakers, I didn't think they were actually going to do it. If they were, and I'm a LeBron fan, if they were smart last year, this year, a couple years, they really should be trading AD and LeBron, bro. If we're not going to championship and we can get superstar players back, we have to.
I think the Lakers have traded too often and also haven't pulled the trigger on like the right deals. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, it kind of comes full circle. Like, not wanting to get Kyrie 3 years ago, bro, or like 2.5 years ago, because you don't want to give up a first round pick or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like weird. You know what I'm saying? And then Kyrie took them, after they kind of low key tanked with the Mavericks blow out, took them to the finals next year. Like, it's weird, bro. Like, you're not pulling the trigger, but you talk about Buddy Hield and Myles Turner for 3 years.
Every year.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you need Buddy Hield.
Yeah, like, and then you could have still got Buddy Hield, but didn't. But like, also, you could have got Myles Turner, but you didn't. But I guess all the moves they didn't make allowed them to get Luka.
Yeah.
But did it really? Because you always had Anthony Davis, so you could always have that in your back. I knew we had to sign to another contract, but it was just so ridiculous.
Right, it's because I don't know what's up with Rui. Sometimes, like, I feel like Rui's like this. He's up and down. So you look at him play, Every now and then you be like, yo, he's making every three. He looks good. He can hit the post. He can do whatever. But sometimes, bro, if he's missing his shots, he's just out there. So they're probably thinking, all right, you average 15 for the Wizards, and the Wizards are horrible. They're probably thinking you're not right. But then he comes to the Lakers, he averaging like 14, 16. So, yeah, even though Jordan Poole was second in scoring on that championship Warriors team. Yeah, Draymond. Like, Draymond, you're the fourth option to have the ball.
Yeah. Like you're the person. And we're staggering the minutes, so they come on.
You're playing the bench.
You're playing the bench, and also you don't have to worry about your shots. But like Kuzma, like the Bucks picking up Kuzma, I was watching something random.
It was a lot happened this year. That I haven't even fully let it sink in, bro. De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, Zach LaVine to the Kings.
Yeah. I want to say I called Chris Paul to the Spurs.
Hey,
I called Chris Paul. It makes so much sense.
It does.
It makes too much sense. It makes sense then.
Because I mean, Chris Paul's still like he's older, or whatever. He's averaging 8 assists. Like
the best. He won 20 and 10 before or after Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? And then they got Castle, and then they got Besley, and then you got now De'Aaron Fox, and then you still able to keep Chris Paul. Yeah. They got Wemby, and I like Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes.
Like, I mean, that's
good vet.
Yeah, that's a solid. And then Wemby, the blood clot kind of sucked.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens with that because they say they think he'll be back, but it's one of those weird things where if it doesn't get better after like 6 months, then that might just be a career, bro. That might just be a wrap.
Like Chris Bosh?
Yeah. But Wemby's just way younger, so it's crazy.
Way younger. Wemby is way younger, and then like actually watching Wemby, it's kind of like you can't even make that player creative. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't do the my player makes him like 7'5"
and fast, can shoot the three.
Yeah, and then like also have all the defensive attributes.
Yeah,
and all that. You can't.
My player will not let. They'll be like, nah. That's not.
I think it's gonna be interesting playing Madden next year, and how they're gonna allow Travis Hunter to play on Madden. Because if you realize you can't in NCAA, you can have somebody play corner and receiver. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can go to the corner
depth chart
and put a receiver there. You can do it, and you can do position change. In Madden, there's no such thing for that. Yeah. So like, how you gonna put in a game that now? Because at that point, I could put Devontae Adams at receiver.
That's what I was gonna say.
And corner. Or I could put
because if they open it up for one player, they're probably gonna have to open it up for
a lot of.
They're probably gonna have to add something where you just make them like two-way become when you looking at positions, quarterback, running back. At the end, it says two-way. I make this man two-way.
I'm trying to think how many two-way players has actually really been
in the league. The only one we hear about is Dion. I don't even know, bro. I'm about to look it up.
I know. Anthony Barr played. I think Anthony Barr, and there was another. I think it was Anthony Barr. He played like running back. At UCLA the whole time, and then he played linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Crazy fire linebacker.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Alexander. Shout out to the Commanders.
Dang, this man knows everything.
Lorenzo Alexander. That man played fullback, D-line, offensive line, tight end, and linebacker.
That's impossible.
If you look it up, he played every. Sometimes he was weighing like 6'2", 6'3", 270. Other times he was 315. Other times he was 260. Other times he was 240. Like, bro changed his body every 2-3 years. He played as many positions I've ever seen somebody play.
That's ridiculous.
Perfect two-way player. You could put him at
any position.
Fullback, tight end, O-line, D-line, linebacker. And he plays all of them. Like, was he actually with the Bills at linebacker? He got like 10 sacks 1 year and made the Pro Bowl.
Really?
Later in his career, he's like 33, 34. He got like 12 sacks, something like that.
As a two-way player?
He didn't play full time, but they changed his position.
I feel you. I feel you.
That's the only time I've seen a player like had that much person.
Man, this website is capping. Like, it's talking about J.J. Watt, who we know J.J. Watt played like a few snaps on offense.
He caught like what?
He caught a couple touchdowns.
You know, they had a few Patriot players that played both sides, like Troy Brown. But they didn't play consistently. They played it in packages.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I want a consistent guy.
They weren't starting corner and then third string receiver.
Yeah.
I think Dion only caught like what 20 passes or 30 passes.
Yeah. He wasn't doing that every single.
And I think that was the year Michael Irvin got hurt. Or somebody got hurt, and he was just like, "All right, cool. Dion can catch some plays at receiver, bro."
Because, bro, I mean, the sport is very violent. Like, regardless, the skill set is already needs to be 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Even compared to professional athletes. Mm-hmm. But then to get hit every single play, bro.
But does corners get hit every?
Not necessarily. They might do a little.
And like you know how many plays you watch in the corners to die, or it's a stretch. Like
you don't have to take wear and tear.
You ain't about to catch that play. You ain't trying to catch that play.
Bro, it's great. You play football? Oh, dude, he was a two-way player too.
I barely played. And I think I caught a screen one time in practice. I had a homie. He don't remember this, but I remember this because I was like, yo, don't ever put me on foot. Don't ever put me on scout team. Don't ever do that shit. Do not do that shit again. I caught a screen, bro, in practice. And my homie, Marcus Allen, he ended up playing for the Steelers.
I'm about to say that sounds super familiar.
Yeah, they got the running back from the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
But then, like, he played Penn State and played so. Bro came, and like all I said, I caught the screen turn maybe 2 yards. Bro came running like this. When I mean took out this whole leg, bro, I did one of these. I walked over to the coach and said, yeah, cut that shit out.
No offense, yeah, no offense. No, trust me, I understand. I only played youth football. Still remember my last year playing. First of all, I was a receiver, and the other receiver was one of my best friends, so he cool. I wasn't mad, but bruh, his dad was one of the coaches. He was eating up all the targets, bro. I think I got like 2 targets all year. Yeah. And I'm the other starting receiver. yeah, straight credit by me. It's also little league, so it's not like they're not launching that joint down the field. And we had a solid running back too, so you get that man, he might just take off. So I'm really out there getting cardio, like post route for no reason. We already the plays we called, we were telegraphed, like we already knew where the ball was going because again, we're like 6th grade or 7th, 8th, I don't remember. So it's not like we're telling the quarterback, yo, go through your progressions, ABC. We're just saying, yo, throw it to him. Yeah. So he gets all the targets. I remember one practice though.
Was he better though? Was he nice?
Oh yeah, it's probably better. Because my one target, bro. Like honestly, it was a jump ball, so like it wasn't like wide open, but it was a jump ball. I jumped up, bro. In the air, I get it. I'm like, yo, I'm lit. But then I come to the ground. I definitely bobble that joint as soon as I hit the ground. I try to like squeeze it back in. Hope they didn't notice. Yeah. They caught it incomplete. They caught it incomplete, but it was cool because coaches' parents didn't see it. Everybody thought I caught it. They're like, yo, we caught it. They arguing. Coach is like, you good, bro? You good? That's a catch.
The whole time you walking around.
You know, like, yeah, I mean, listen, I caught it out the air, but I hit the ground and it was done. He was probably better. I'm not mad. In practice, I had some practice touchdowns for sure. But
I think, so I played defense.
Yeah.
I played varsity 3 years. And then...
Oh, we talking high school. You talking real football.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, I played my first year, I played on probably one of the best teams the state of Maryland has ever seen. So
shoot.
I wasn't getting no PT. I got special teams PT, and that was it. It was like, we had one Silas, like, bro was small, but he was still like, he would have been an average offensive lineman in high school. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, like Warren, like everybody else was huge individuals who also played. Like, because he was like, hey, if I could beat these niggas, I'll be nice.
What you got in the game?
Yeah, bro. So we won the state championship that year. That was the first year we won the state championship.
Dang.
The next year, I started for 2 years. So the next year I started, we lost. I think I had like maybe 7 sacks that season, something like that. And then the year after that, I think I had 10 sacks.
Dang.
Yeah, I think I had 10 sacks. And then the year after I had 10 sacks, and we lost again.
Yeah.
We lost again. But yeah, man, I balled in high school. I just don't think I played my regular position. But also the people that was supposed to play D-line didn't want to play D-line. And so we had dudes that it was big, they just didn't want to play D-line. So they put me on D-line, and I worked out well.
So, all right.
I caught an interception.
Why'd you stop? You stopped just when you graduated?
I was like, yeah, I definitely got to make it an All-Star game.
Yeah, I got one more game. Yeah, come on, man, before it's all over.
Yeah, bro. I only played 7 games.
Yeah.
You know, I had a pick. I had like Ella Force fumbles and crazy shit like that. Like I had numbers. Sick, bro. I didn't make it to the All-Star game. So I thought I was going to play in college. I thought I was the only one who was going to make it to college and play football. And, I was
different. And, so this is like your senior year of high school. Okay.
Protein shakes. I'm doing the flexibility training and all that shit. Lifting heavy. I'm maybe like 228 at this time. Like I'm walking around this joint like this all the time. Man, I had the warehouse to figure out these niggas one game, and then I seen who the player they gave scholarships to, and I saw the coaches like see my film like, so you could walk on. I'm like, for free? I'm gonna play for y'all for free. My high school team will whoop y'all. I'm not playing. I'll shut mine. So that's what. And then I got.
You no longer had to do it. So was it ever? And not when you're from high school and up. Not when you're a little kid. Was pro ever a dream?
Second or third in league history in sacks. You know what I'm saying?
No way.
Yeah, bro. Like Johnny Randall, and he might be number 1 for interior lineman. So he played for the Vikings. Yeah. And then he was wilding out in the 90s, and then he played for Seahawks later.
Dang.
And so like if you play NFL streets, and you go and like pick one of the teams, you'll see Johnny Randall. And so like nigga talks crazy on the game too. And so I was like, all right, bro, like not that big. Yeah. And he's literally he was undrafted and he became Johnny Randall. You know what I'm saying? So causing hell. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's a good example. I'm a Commanders fan, so I'm seeing London Fletcher, 5'9", 230. If you put his numbers right next to Ray Lewis, minus the Super Bowl. He never played. He did play, but they hit a team. So like I was on London Fletcher's exact touchdown, tackles, picks, everything. Ray Lewis and London Fletcher's not hard. And so, what is the physical comp to that?
To getting it.
Yeah. So when I saw dudes that was doing it, I was like, oh, okay, so it's possible. You just got to be the realest and the rawest at the time. Yeah. Like across whatever you play, and I only had D3 offer, like maybe one D2 opportunity. But I didn't want to walk on anywhere because I needed to go to college, and I had a bad back injury. So I was like, I already knew like if I try to do this long term, my back could. That's why I only played 7 games my last season. Come back. I was running with the Special Olympics. I was doing every event, and then I caught a back strain, and then it was like also a sciatic nerve or something like that, and then it kept flaring up. And so I literally did. I think javelin, shot put. I ran the 200. I think I ran 100, and then I tried to run something else. And after a while, so that actually messed up my football season going into the season. So, yeah, bro, it messed up. I didn't get a chance to start with St. Peter's Prep that first game because I was injured, and when I got healthy, they already put somebody else in my spot. And that game we played against Minka Patrick.
Oh,
yeah. Terrible. Yeah, I got a hit on Minka, but that's the best I can say.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah. My pops was saying that about I know Shannon Sharp, obviously. They said when he was in college, because he went to Savannah State, so he was kind of playing like he wasn't playing Alabama. He was playing like the MEAC. I don't know what conference there was in at that time. He was playing random dudes. And they ended up playing Morehouse. He was just beasting on Morehouse, like 6-7 touchdowns. Yeah. And they said after the game, he told him, like, yo, don't worry about it, dog. I'm going to the league. Yo, y'all actually aren't bad. I'm just different.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp, even if you see, bro, he's a different.
Yeah. Because he's 55 years old. I'm like, on steroids? Man, different. But I think.
He played receiver, too, at the time. I think they
socially, bro, I get it. I went to Howard undergrad, UGA grad school, so I seen both. Resources wise, I understand why all the athletes go to these top schools, especially, let's be honest, now that NIL is legal, even before they was probably getting paid, I understand for the bread. But bro, socially, if you're a star, I would honestly want to be at HBCU, bro. Can you imagine walking around Morehouse? You in Morehouse with Howard, walking around Howard, and I'm genuinely like, I'm going to the league, bro. I'm walking around, bro. I feel like socially, I'd much rather that experience than walking around UGA's campus. I've been on both. I can't even explain the difference.
I mean, it's your people. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If you're at Howard, right? Howard, what, got like 5,000?
Yeah, undergrad total. I think we got like just under 15. So probably undergrad like 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so 10,000.
Yeah, I think so.
See, so that makes sense. And most of it's women.
Yeah.
If like, and I think Cam knew a little
probably, probably 65. Yeah, he was there when I was there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, being the dude on the campus, that's why I think the Shador and Travis Hunter thing is so crazy, because like you really can't say nothing about Shador or Travis Hunter, because Travis Hunter was the #1 overall high school player coming out.
Yeah.
Shador had offer from Alabama, all these other schools. Like people try to talk about like Shador only could go to HBCUs. No, Shador could have went to any Power 5 school, so he could ball, and then he went to Colorado. But I'm trying to think, to get that culture and experience in HBCU is different.
It's way different.
I do think like also like not having resources, not having respect as an athletic program, it kind of sucks though. Because Grambling Southern has a history of like football players. Like, Howard kind of got like they kind of respect football a little bit more.
Yeah.
Don't respect football at all.
Howard, bro.
At all.
Biggest upset in NCAA history. We beat we beat like North Dakota State. Was it them? NDSU? Who was it? Or South Dakota? I think we beat North Dakota State. Yeah. No. UNLV. Okay. We beat UNLV my freshman year. We were like 45-point underdogs, bro. Like if you went to bet, they would say, bruh, like Howard has to win by 50 for you to win this bet. Yeah. I mean, no. UNLV has to win by 50 for you to win this bet. And bro, it was Kalen Newton. He just had a crazy. He was special for a game. Yeah. He was special. We were special. We won. Yeah, we milked that junk because we wasn't winning games like that, bro. We were not winning games. Yeah. So to go in there and win that game, because we probably got to check off that game too. Yeah. Felt great.
And you back then, I was kicking this to some students the other day.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I've kicked this to some of the high schoolers who from my now high school, because when I was coming out, like you go to James Madison or you'll go to like Frostburg or like these local schools, something like that. Yeah. Then the guy from my team, like I said, he went to Penn State, so I was like the first person that went to like a big school or whatever. And then like guys start going to Oregon, and then start going to Oklahoma, and then start going to Florida State or whatever. I played with a guy who went to end up going to Florida State, who passed away, but like sad situation. But like that was a transition of like, oh, we're now going to not just HBCUs or Division II or D1AA, we're going to the top level Power 5 schools. But I was telling the young kids, I'm like, yo, like HBCUs up until like the early 90s, late 80s, if you were a baller, the Walter Paytons, the Jerry Rice, the, you know what I'm saying, whatever, Shannon Sharps, you went to an HBCU and you were a baller. And
you still go to the league. Steve McNair.
Yeah. Alcorn State.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying, that's crazy now because, like, that is, like, we can recreate it. And that's what I think what Trevor Hunter did transcends football, because the ranked high.
He was supposed to be legit. It's just he got injured, then COVID happened, and then it was kind of, like, quiet. Yeah. But we were excited. Yeah.
And, like, that is a great story, and it should, like Steph Curry does stuff for NCAT or the NCAT or the Central or one of like, you know, and now he just took an administrative position at Davidson, was like the first current.
I seen that, like assistant GM. Wow. I seen something and say, yo, economy so bad, even Steph got to get a second job. Wow. Steph got to get another job with a $50 million contract.
And like JR was doing stuff with NCAT. So like, I love it's not consistent enough. It's not the domino effect. It happens in pockets. Yeah. It'll take like a LeBron saying, like,
yes,
or like Melo at his height, or and like Chris Paul when he was Chris Paul, he'll rock the Morehouse jacket. He'll celebrate the CIAA, you know what I'm saying, because he got deep like Wake Forest, but like North Carolina roots. He'll rep it, but like doing it while you're at the height of playing,
it's gonna take it, because, and I don't think the word is selfish, because that's not fair, because you're choosing a situation that you want to be best for you, but if everybody keeps choosing the situation that's best for them financially, it's going to be hard to make a change. It's going to take, like you said, somebody really up there, like Travis Hunter, somebody in basketball, somebody to be like, I don't care that UGA is paying me this check. I don't care that, bruh, the training room the UGA football team trains in,
I took it to Alabama.
Different. You seen LSU on social media? I'm like, bruh,
this is an NFL. This is better than some NFL.
Better than some NFL.
Yeah, like this is like Alabama's workout, like training room where they lift weights.
Yeah, they got to be willing to forego all that just for the sake of putting HBCUs on the map and getting HBCUs at least to close the gap financially. It's gonna be a while before you got to do it for a while. To close the gap, and I feel like people don't think the social scene is enough. It has to be for a greater reason. Like, you got to really believe in this, Joe. You got to believe in the empowerment of your people in a different kind of way.
Like if LeBron repped Wilberforce in Ohio, same way he repped Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I can't put it all on LeBron, because LeBron, he got the promise school.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He does. I mean, LeBron is the greatest the greatest advocator for people. He has also been an athlete. Bro, you're a billionaire while playing. Yes. Also having a movie company. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Having a school. Also speaking out against social justice. You know what I'm saying? Never having a scandal, being the face of the league. Like, while also being the greatest player ever. So, being 40-something, still scoring. Also getting ridiculed. Like, whatever you need, but if you need and that's why I think COVID was such a pivotal time to redistribute the focus of wealth and resources to HBCUs. I don't think we took a good enough advantage of. Like there were so many bills and policy. If you go on my Instagram and scroll down, I'm going on a rant about how the NBA is how the league stars are too quick to go back to basketball, and then there are several policy and legislations that they can advocate for using their platform if they educate themselves. And I can see the pressure from the NBA being like, "Nah, I don't get involved with that." But they want to put basketball on TV. They was so pressed to put basketball on TV
that they were going to listen to them,
because they wanted to divert the focus from what was actually going on with the civil unrest to give it. Because once the bubble came, you ain't see niggas out here. Like everybody, they wanted a distraction from everyday life, and that's what they talk about hot sports. And it has always been a distraction, like the Coliseum for the masses, for people with the common folk. Yeah. Because they are so caught up with, ain't no reason why I could tell you how many points LeBron scored and what game 7 he did and what Kobe did at St. Lower Marion. But I can't tell you who my congressperson is. Or I can't tell you who the councilman is. Or I can't tell you what the school board is doing with my kids in the school.
But I can tell you exactly how the financial system works. decisions are made. Why is this school so underfunded?
It's a 529 plan.
It's crazy. And even this is about to go out on a basketball channel, and I often think about that. Like, I love hoops, and I don't think my life goal isn't to ever come off of that or get away from it. But it's always, how can we gain a platform and then use that platform to like move change. You getting a call? Oh shoot. Maybe I'm tripping.
You got several phones?
Yeah. Yeah. Phones. I know the chat phone going on. No, so it's like, I think about that all the time. What role can sports play in the development of community? And for me, I'm like, maybe that's two separate things. Who knows?
We have institutions in society, right?
Yeah.
And I can't disassociate the two, right? Because if you're a young black man, young black boy, young black girl, person of color, however you want to, you talked about your love for basketball now, right? And I just see your room. Yeah. I ain't even know. I don't think I've ever been in a room until I just seen those rooms. But you play Little League football. The fabric in the background and the lessons you received and some foundational structure, even looking at Kyrie now, it's going to be tied into sports.
Yeah.
So if you want, and it's the same way that it's tied into church, the same way that it's tied into
the barbershop,
the same way it's tied into your community that you grew up in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll hear athletes talk about all the time the community they grew up in, how that, you know what I'm saying? Kobe talked about not just, the Lower Merion area being part of his upbringing, but also him, his family, being abroad and his dad
overseas.
Playing abroad, like how, like all these institutional factors play a part in your development. So politics, policy, advocating, resource representation has to be a part of that too. I think we just always shied away from that because it's a harder conversation to have, because it's the shut up and dribble narrative that in the coach speak that's like, and I remember this because I was in school when the Colin Kaepernick thing happened. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It was just like,
don't talk about that.
Yeah, like just be an athlete. I got told when I was in high school, just be an athlete, and all the other stuff don't focus. I'm like, what you? Because I was also the newspaper editor, so like I'm writing the stories. So you know what I'm saying. So I was a writer, and I was an editor. So I was able to like, it was one thing when the team was okay. It's another thing when the team is the best team in the state of Maryland.
They didn't want that.
Yeah,
they didn't want that out.
And my coach wasn't tripping on it because I wasn't saying anything crazy. I was just recapping the games.
Yeah.
But like it was a thought of like at the time. My coach at the time was like all football. It was not football, but he also was a big history dude. But he had super focus on just greatness in the sport. And so like the thought was, if you duplicate that same thought across 20,000 coaches in the nation coaching these sports and coaching these teams, you got a lot of young black people, or young people in general, black or white, that are lacking political consciousness because they're not relating what's going on into the world, into the sport. And so when you finish with the sport, whether you finish at high school, college football, the league, you don't finish with any social consciousness of what's going on you outside of the sport. And so I think you have to start it young and develop it young. And that's why I think Kyrie's development is so dope, because he had teach a class on what's going on in America. He did this 3 years ago. So, you know what I'm saying? As a young kid, and he still can be involved in the sport. But there's no detriment to making a kid socially conscious while also making him athletically dominant in that space.
When the Colin Kaepernick thing happened, that's when, and then, I can't believe that lady really told LeBron to shut up and dribble out loud.
There was a lot of people. Like Bill Simmons tried to say like he had a posse and gang of thugs. Yeah. Like LeBron, I'm like, and now Bill Simmons, people still be regarding him and talking about. I'm like, no. That's a Don Imus level offense. If you call LeBron and his homies a bunch of thugs because they're black.
Basically, and because they wear a hat, bro. They wear the backwards hat.
Yeah.
They wear some sneakers.
Because remember they had the Rich Paul rule.
What's that?
Where basically they was like, if you ain't go to college.
They tried to make him get a degree.
Yeah, they had like a certification, something like that, because he was representing LeBron. He got the biggest, most powerful agent, and they try to say basically because he didn't have whatever credentials, whatever. Like, my credentials is I do good.
I'm good at it. I'm good at it.
And he got so good at it, he started getting Anthony Davis and all the other
he got
Simmons,
Garland now. Yeah, he got a crazy roster.
Ben Simmons.
He got a crazy
roster. Like hella players. Clutch went stupid, so
Clutch is
him, so they had to try to like systematically,
which is what they do.
Yeah,
they're trying to systemically break you down, bro.
That thing is sick and wicked. But also, I think that's a part of like telling the coach the narrative of sports, like. Hey, why y'all want to go to LSU so bad?
Yeah.
Why y'all want to go to Alabama so bad?
Yeah.
Why y'all want to go to, University of Maryland so bad or whatever big top school because you don't know the greatness of HBCUs and how they propelled the Emmitt Smiths and all the great players that you love.
Because we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it. And you also need to know why it segued from and why did those HBCUs get the support and resources? Because you could have just kept them players there and dumped resources in there. State school, state money, state funding. That's why the state of Alabama would never have a football team, an NFL football team. Alabama football is like, they say God, country, and football or whatever. It runs it so crazy. I think it's the conglomerate of collegiate sports and the system that creates up into the NIL of oppression. Yeah, and it create like you can't. They used to make billions of dollars and nobody can get anything. They did Reggie Bush was criminal, bro.
And there was no. You're talking about college. I thought you were talking about pro for a second, but yeah, you're right. You're right. You couldn't make any money. They ban you for making money off your own name.
But I'm selling you a jersey. I'm selling you a jersey.
Which is just a crazy like it's crazy that was controversial when it happened. Was it O'Bannon when they were like, "Yo, you can make money off your own name"? Yeah. It's like, yo, why was this like?
Why do you have rights to make money
off mine? But you got like, I hate to say,
I can't.
I'm gonna be careful with the way. I'm gonna be more careful than I wanted to. Like these real capitalists, these real corporate heads, bruh. They're gangsters with the pen and paper, bruh. Yeah. They're gangsters with the contracts, dog.
The real gangsters.
The real gangsters wear a suit and tie and got a briefcase, bruh. They finesse you so hard, you're like, whoa.
You didn't even know you
were getting finessed.
They said, yeah, we gave you $50,000 for your education. Yeah. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Bro, I got a 3/8 about.
They said back in the day, they bought Manhattan from the Native Americans for like $20,000. So yeah, we're gonna take this up off your hands.
Yeah.
We got you though. We got you. Then it's just over. Yeah. Now we escorting your family out.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah.
Historically,
I'm about to look this quote up. Go ahead.
It's kind of also, but think about what Central Park used to be and how they used to be.
Wasn't that a black neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's escaping me now, but there's like 70, 80 communities that have been stolen across.
Bro. I mean, Lake Lanier. Yeah. Some people say don't pull up to Lake Lanier. I mean, it's any affluent black community. I can't say any. That's not true.
Seneca Village.
Really, that's what it was in Central Park.
Yeah.
Almost all affluent black communities, bro, over the 1800s, 1900s, were just destroyed. Yeah. Randomly, my pops always tells the story how his mom, so my grandma, they just ran a major highway right through her neighborhood, bro. They just say, "Yep, we're doing it."
Hey man, the sociologists in me can all literally could go on about all that because I think there's like 70 or 80 black towns they flooded.
Yeah, which is wild.
Like Mount Bayou when they try to do it in Mississippi, it's a lot of places. But I think that's what you got to teach when you say, "Why would I want to go to a University of Arizona or UCLA
or
USC versus going to a Morehouse, Alcorn State, a Howard, Tuskegee, and Fisk." I think it's so interesting. The brainwashing, the condition over years, it kind of teaches you like, I want to be where it's lit,
exactly,
where the work and the service needs to happen. And so like, that's very concerned about. But sports, once again, is one of the institutions that we don't like to talk about. We talk about, family being an institution, school being an institution, your community being an institution, your religion being an institution. But sports is literally a new religion. And your dad is perfectly hits up, but like, listen, if I'm starting at 1, get out at 12, and I know you said it just, but people really live like that. There
are a lot of people that, not by words, but by actions, putting sports above God.
Yeah. If I give somebody tickets right now, and I'm like, "You going to church?" No, you're not.
Yeah. Then they'll be like, they're not gonna do it. No, for real. It's
or the way you idolize the player. The player. The idolatry
or the team.
It's so wicked and so sick. I mean, I get it, right? Like when I was growing up, bro, we had. I think this is low key. Like we didn't win anything. But the era of the Wizards and the Commanders, the Agent Zero, yes, Agent Zero, Gil. I'm not gonna lie, Gil says a lot of crazy things, bro. There's nothing Agent Zero can say to me.
No, that's Gil.
Hibachi, that is.
I don't even care.
Deshaun Stevenson.
Yeah, Gil says crazy stuff, but bro, that's Gilbert Arenas. He was actually cold. Like he talks in a way that, because people are so young, you'll never know how cold he was. You think he just like McCants he be sitting with, or even, and no disrespect, even like Brandon Jennings, and then of course I know, but bro, Gilbert Arenas though, bro. But Gilbert Arenas,
Jennings
bro.
was nasty. But no, Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
Like Gilbert Arenas, like the thing about Gilbert Arenas is you cut on the game. You ain't gotta watch the whole game. You cut on the game, you got like 30.
Yeah.
The last 10 seconds, that's all you gotta watch in the game. Like if you ask me what Matt Kellerman said, the fate of the world,
Martian death being pointed at the earth.
Yeah, I'm getting nigga.
I want dollar.
Nah. I want Agent Zero.
No, Hibachi was cold.
He gives people so many fucking problems, and he used to talk shit the whole time, and he'll let you know. And
He's a goofball. He's a goofball. He's like a hard-working on one hand, one of the most hardest working people ever, and just one of the biggest goofballs on the other hand.
You know, honestly, bro, when he got that $100 million contract, I think he only played like 9 or 10 games. Realize you can't have and then also simultaneously you had Washington had Clint Portis. And Clint Portis used to come in with the goggles, the big hair. You ever seen Clint Portis dress up? This is one of the things. We gotta clip up. We gotta drop the image.
Yeah, we will.
Bro, he used to like Halloween, but he'd come like this every week with all types of crazy outfits. You put in Clint Portis crazy outfit.
Bro, they're not showing it. They're just showing regular stuff. Let me look up.
Bro.
Costume.
But bro,
oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
This is a normal day. This is a normal day. Rushing for 1,400 yards. Rushing for 1,400 yards. No quarterback.
This is crazy because I didn't grow up in Washington, but I went to college in Washington. Now I feel like I'm really part of the culture.
Yeah, bro. Like that was an era of like, okay, like I just love the sports just because. And then you had Sean Taylor, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You had Santana Moss. You just had you had Chris Cooley. You know what I'm saying? I think we still had Chris
some players.
Like we had LaRon Landry who couldn't cover. Boy, that man couldn't cover. The nigga looked like if you see prime LaRon Landry.
He was a quarter?
This is really how bro look. So we got him and them together. I think he might have played a half a season with Sean Taylor or something like that. Passing, but we had ballers. We just had Joe Gibbs old ass. Yeah. So we had Joe Gibbs old ass coaching for his second time with the Commanders.
Yeah.
He coached with them like in the 80s or something like that. And came back trying to coach in 05, 06. Yeah. And then bro, you ran Clint Portis to the ground. We had Mark Brunell and Jason Campbell throwing fucking duck balls. We made the playoffs once, and then it was just then we had Sexy Rexy and Josh Beck, Rex Grossman. This shit just got ugly fast.
Bro, what was the feeling like RG3's rookie year? Y'all go to the playoffs after a long drought.
Ooh, that was heartbreaking. Honestly, the first game I ever went to was RG3 game.
Really?
It was RG3 versus the Giants, and I remember it being the way the seats we had. You couldn't. It was like blocking. Like I was under something, so it was blocking. Bro threw the ball up. You get to see that ball come down. I didn't know where it went. I seen it come down because I think at that time we had Anthony Armstrong, we had Alfred Morris, Fred Davis.
Alfred Morris. I remember for fantasy football.
Yeah, bro. We had Alfred Morris ran for 1,600 yards, something like that. RG3, it's kind of like imagine having Jaden Daniels on steroids.
It felt more exciting
because we had to remember Andrew Luck was number 1. We had all excitement to try to get RG3. Then we had to trade up to get him. So really, at this point, we're just excited. Especially when we did the trade, we're like, oh, this is my base.
Yeah.
And then out of in the pocket, run 80 yards, gets to Minnesota. Different,
big stuff.
Yeah. But if Jaden and that's why I'm watching. I'm like, I don't care win, lose, or draw. Do not let Jaden lead the game hurt because of what happened with Haloti Nada and them trying to take him out. And RG3 knee buckle, and then Kirk Cousins come in, and then because honestly, at the start of the Seattle dynasty, we was beating Seattle 14-7, something like that. And then RG3
that was the game RG3 got hurt.
Game in the playoff game, and then after that, Seattle then goes to the Super Bowl, and then next year goes to the Super Bowl, and then I think they went twice
and won one.
Yeah, they won twice
because they lost to the Patriots. They beat the Broncos.
Beat the hell out of the Broncos.
Yeah, they destroyed the Broncos.
But we were up on them until RG3 got hurt, bro. And so and at that point his knee was already so wrecked. Shanahan did him so bad, and but at that time, bro, we had a great coaching staff. We had Mike Shanahan, but we should have kept one of them coaches because we had Sean McVay on our staff. We had Kyle Shanahan on our staff. I think we had the coach from the Minnesota Vikings, KOC. O'Connell. Yeah. I think we had him on our staff. We also might have had Mike McDaniel on our staff. I don't know about that, but we might have had, because I think he was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But we might have had him earlier. Who else we had? We had another guy. Well, we had three.
They do say Mike Shanahan's coaching tree is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we had three of them right there, and then we ended up hiring fucking Jim Zorn. Do you know who Jim Zorn is?
No, never heard of that. Never heard of that guy.
That nigga done pissed me off. I was like, why the fuck we done got Jim Zorn? That nigga was I found this out like 10 years later. He was a quarterback for Steve Largent, I think, in the Seahawks in the 80s. But the nigga was ass. The nigga was ass. The nigga was boring. The most boring nigga in the world. We had fucking Jim Zorn. Jim Zorn fucked up our shit for like 3 years, bro. Jim Zorn was like worse than Jason Garrett.
Yeah, Jason Garrett was decent, man. That's
8-8 J.
That's a perennial. Yeah. That's a playoff coach.
Hey man,
8-8 J.
8-8 J, baby. And we had Jim Zorn who was out here tanking us. And then we had the worst fucking drafts ever, bro. We drafted Devin Thomas, Malcolm Kelly, and Fred Davis all in the same draft.
Those are all running backs?
2 wide receivers, tight end. Shit happened. Ain't shit happened. Maybe we had Jim Zorn before we had Mike Shanahan. I remember shit. I can't even tell you who we had after Mike Shanahan. It was just dark, bro. Maybe it was Ron Rivera.
I don't know if it was right after Mike Shanahan.
Yeah, it was.
Ron Rivera was there for. I like Ron Rivera. He's just old.
I mean, he was good. I think he got us to a playoff once.
Yeah.
But who our quarterback was like?
You need a quarterback.
When you sign a Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
To save
the franchise.
Yeah, like what the fuck are we doing? You're not serious, bro. Not in real life. Not in real life. The quarterbacks we had was fucking ridiculous. I'm about to tell you exactly who the coach was. It was. We had Jay Gruden. That's what it was. We had Jay Gruden. We had Jim Zorn, Mike Shanahan, and Jay Gruden. And Jay Gruden was just like this. He's just not his brother. Yeah, we don't want his brother here, but Jay Gruden's just like that's at the height of John Gruden. And he was so famous that Jay Gruden got a job. I think he came from the Bengals, offensive coordinator, something like that, and then he just got a job. Like I forgot about Jay Gruden. That's how bad he was. I forgot he was even our coach.
All right, a little dark period. Y'all had the job last year. Honestly, Jaden was like, there was 5 quarterbacks picked in the top 12. Jaden's one of them. What were you thinking when y'all drafted him? And then as he started getting good throughout the season, y'all go to the second round. How you feeling?
Hand to God, honestly. I knew we were going to make the playoffs when we drafted him.
Really?
Yes. Because Dan Quinn is not a losing coach. He's going to get the defense together. He got Bobby Wagner. He got Dante Fowler. I think we might have Doris Armstrong maybe. Who else? And then like, we got Jeremy Chin who be hitting shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, we got Scary Terry and then Jaden. But if you look at like the history of like the league, there's a lot of worst to first teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens every year.
Yeah, happens every year.
So like 1 or 2 teams.
Not every team, but like worst to first happens almost every year if you got the right quarterback.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and I wanted Jaden over Caleb because Caleb just too sensitive, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, like you're just too soft, too sweet, and it's cool because Caleb from the crib, I think he went to the Bantha. You know what I'm saying? He just soft, bro. Like you going in the stands crying to your mommy after the game, bro. Like it's not, like, it's okay.
But it's like football is a different kind of sport, bro.
Yeah, like mentally, bro, you gotta. If niggas be like, hey, bro, how you about to deal with this loss? And my dogs, I'm just give me the quarterback. Give me the, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna just. I really hope the first quarterback. Yeah. I'm gonna go home and cuddle up my dogs and paint my nails and just figure out how I'm be sad. No, bro, like not in the DC media. Not in the NFL, I'm a grown man, bro. Yeah. Like, niggas is 35 trying to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is not trying to hear you about to cuddle up and go see each other. Like, niggas will eat you up. Like, and that's so, and I guess when you're the best player for such a extended period of time, niggas not going to say stuff to you like
that's
that.
That's really what it is. If you got the talent, you can be weird.
Yes.
Like, your amount of talent is directly related to how.
Dang. The Cowboys still get a nigga a chance. Right after all that crazy shit. Because he had 17 sacks. You're a nigga, 17 sacks. So you're going to get chances in the league. And if you also your draft pedigree is always gonna give you a chance, but there's no reason why Kenny Pickett. What's my man name? I'm a Justin Fields fan. I like Justin Fields. Yeah. Kenny Pickett. Honestly, if Dak was a first round quarterback, we would talk about Dak totally different. Because he's a 4th rounder, niggas act like he's a bum. He's not a bum.
No, he's not a bum.
He's not a bum.
I'm in the middle on Dak. I'm in the middle on a lot of stuff. That's why I need you to come on the show, and bring some flavor. Because with Dak, I actually feel like Dak's top 10, maybe even like top 8. But I don't feel like you can pay him because of the salary cap the best deal of all time and then expect to win for real.
But when you do goofy stuff, bro, you gotta do like Jerry Jones is not a real character. He's a goofy, but and also I think they let Jerry Jones off the hook after seeing him at anti-black protests at his school, standing there talking about I just want to see what's going on. Jerry, you ain't never been a bystander your entire life, and now you're gonna tell me you see them picketing, harassing black people. then you gonna act like you weren't a part of
say,
it.
oh, I had to see. No, I feel like he should have owned that a little bit better because the truth is they still would have let him slide. He's a billionaire white boy. They would have let him slide, but
the media just.
He should have said, "Yo, it was the '60s. I was raised wrong. Happened. I don't believe in that now." But
do I think you were the only Southern rich white man, or even poor white man, who was racially progressive in the '60s?
Yeah. Like,
did you be friendly? Let's ask your classmates because you were in the yearbook doing this, and that's what we caught you doing.
Yeah,
that's not
that's
what we know
caught you doing.
Yeah, that's like
it's scary because people like to act like I like to throw the pictures in black and white and act like Martin Luther King was 200 years ago and 4 or 5 generations ago. Yeah. You gotta understand, my granddad integrated his high school, man. Like that wasn't that long ago. Yeah. That was less than 100 years ago.
I literally talked to
these people are alive.
Yeah, alive
Ruby
right
Bridges is alive.
He's alive. Like, I listen to my friend Dad. He talking about how he integrated middle school here in Georgia. And he had to fight. He had to fight people integrated middle school. Yeah, I'm like, and they act like this is a different world.
Dude, and so we know from our side these people are still alive. My thing is, on their side, on the perpetrator side, they're still alive too. Yeah. And that joint,
and they have kids.
Yep.
And they have grandkids. And they have parents.
And of course, just like us with other things, with like you can break generational curses, but it's hard, and it takes intentionality.
And also,
like,
you want to.
You have to want to.
Yeah.
You have to actually believe it's wrong first.
Yeah.
And so I definitely.
And have you ever been to? You've been to UGA.
Yeah.
You've been to some of these games. You hear how they talk about the people, the players.
I'd definitely be looking around when I was on campus, and I mean I had a good experience and everything, but it was like because it's different at UGA because their football stadium is like more hype than even probably the Falcons game when I go. So it's just you're in a sea, bro, where you're like 1, 2, 3%.
But imagine somebody, but see how they treated Justin Fields, dog. That's cool.
Yeah, he left.
Jake Fromm.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's not.
And we won't. We refuse to play a black quarterback. It's crazy because all the other winning schools are like, even Alabama, which has to be racist. Like, they
start making monkey noises. I was on Alabama campus for 15 minutes. Start making monkey noises, bro. Like I can't make this up. Bro. I was looking like nobody heard that. Like, see this? They literally in a white pickup. I told my homie, he like, that's just Bama. I said, you are desensitized to this.
Yeah.
I said, nah, bro. It's actually quite crazy. But I think like. That's why sports and talking race is so intertwined, and like that's why listening to I think the Uninterrupted or like Undisputed stuff like that, the ESPN feature like with race and sports is so powerful because Dak breaking molds, like Russell Wilson breaking molds, Jalen Hurts breaking molds. Philadelphia is also it's an interesting place when it comes to race.
Yeah.
Interesting place. The narrative around Lamar, he should just be He should have just been a quarterback.
Lamar B.
A wide receiver or
yeah,
whatever.
they're asking him coming out the draft, yo, are you going to come? They were actually asking him in the public, not even like in social media or behind closed doors. They're like, yo, you going to be at the combine for different positions? He's like, no, I'm a QB. And Lamar said, no, sir, it's strictly quarterback.
Yeah. And it's interesting why Josh Allen isn't considered a running quarterback. Lamar Jackson should have 3 MVPs.
Yeah.
Has led the league in touchdowns his second year in the league. They never talk about how he led the league in throwing touchdowns.
Yeah.
In the league that had, at the time, it had Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and it had Big Ben, Patrick Mahomes. All these led the league in throwing the ball. Aaron Rodgers led the league in throwing the ball forward. And as a quarterback with fast touchdowns, they still kept the running narrative. Yeah. Why Daniel Jones don't have the running quarterback narrative, but Justin Fields does. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're right. You're right.
It's a color like.
You're right.
They even talk about Shador's running ability.
He doesn't even run.
What are we
he's
talking
a pocket passer.
Yeah.
Or he get out the pocket, but he's not Lamar.
Yeah, man. It's like if you're black, you're closer to. I don't care if you're a pocket. Like I don't care if you're standing still. You better run, nigga. You better run. I know you got some legs in you, boy. I know
because even me, I gotta look at Shador. Sometimes I think like, yo, take off. Now I remember, oh wait,
no,
not that kind of player. Yeah. That's just racist. I'm straight up.
This race, bro. This race, like Bo Nix be running.
Yeah,
he was running.
It's
run like
you're right because my problem is they act like you can't win with a running quarterback.
Yeah.
Which I'll be honest, not a lot of running quarterbacks have won Super Bowls. But I agree with you. They don't act like with Josh Allen the same way they act with Lamar Jackson. And I feel like it's one thing, fair criticism versus unfair criticism. Lamar can play better in the playoffs, man. Like, he get in the playoffs, some things happen, especially the years past. This year he had a couple turnovers, but he was fine. But I feel like a higher percentage of Josh Allen's touchdowns probably come from running than Lamar.
Yeah.
At least in the past couple of years. That's true.
The nigga is in his fourth, fifth year, and he just is still okay. They
Yeah,
gave him Hollywood, but got shipped out after 3 years. They gave him right now he got Zay Flowers, who's nice, but he's not Waddle.
When are we gonna get a premier guy?
Yes. And what are you going to do what they did for Dak, traded for like a Amari Cooper, who established already great. What they did for Josh Allen, established great. What they did for Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, established great. What they did for Justin Herbert, he had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Yeah. What they did for Caleb Williams, he had DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, top 10 pick, and he also had Keenan Allen. What are you going to do? Get an established guy, great deal, great for the team. And I can probably name 3 other quarterbacks that did it for. Yeah. But Lamar gets DeAndre Hopkins 5 years later. OBJ 3 years after. And the Ravens got a history of old receivers going back to Derek Mason and Steve Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they just can't evaluate receivers, but maybe their scouting team is deficient in that area.
What the Steelers do, the greatest is evaluate receivers. What the Ravens probably do the worst, evaluate receivers. But they did a good job getting Kyle Hamilton. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They did. I knew they were going to pick a good team. That was a perfect.
I was hoping they did it last year because I felt like what Lamar was doing as a passer. And he has been better than people act like. But last year he got better. Yeah, they got good. They always got good tight ends. I felt like they looked dangerous all year. It was sad because they lost to the Bills, right? I mean, it's no shame in losing to the Bills. The Bills are solid.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
He stopped. I mean, and so did Lamar too. But he stopped. Yeah, because he would normally have one highlight for the offense, one highlight for the defense, back and forth. This year he stopped turning the ball over. It's just kind of like that thing, bro. They play in the same conference as Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, when you play against Patrick Mahomes, it's different.
What are you gonna do?
I'm looking to see. Yeah, bro. Like Lamar is a better.
You going on the Football Reference?
Yeah, man. I got to look.
I think because my and this is perception. So let's see what's real. My perception is that Josh Allen is probably throwing for more yards than Lamar. But for some reason, I also feel like Lamar might be up in touchdowns. I feel like they're two very similar players statistically, though, if you all-purpose yards, if you add in running and passing. The Lamar versus Josh Allen is extremely valid. People be trying to make me do the Dak Prescott versus Josh Allen and claim it's race, and I'm like, I can't do that one. I can't do that one.
So if Trevor Lawrence was a 4th-round pick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Trevor Lawrence keeps getting chances because I agree. See, Dak is better than Trevor Lawrence. I actually do. I believe Dak is suppressed because of his draft stock and the color of his skin. I don't believe he's a superstar, like a top 3 guy either. I don't believe he's better than Joe Burrow.
I think if Brock Purdy was a 1st-round quarterback,
just going to the Super Bowl, who cares if he has a iffy year? Yeah. 1st-round pick going to the Super Bowl, I agree. That stuff matters. The
pedigree matters. It's not good.
Brock Purdy probably has had a better career than Trevor Lawrence so far.
Oh, yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence gets talked about like he's still a potential star.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy can't even get his bread.
If you take out draft pedigree, honestly, because the best quarterbacks right now, Mahomes won 11 for 12, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Since 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, so if you have him, Burrow win the overall. Josh Allen went 5 or something like that.
He did. Yeah, he was high. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, but 5 or 6. But he also he wasn't playing 5 or 7. Yeah. But he was came out of Wyoming.
Yeah.
Did not have
out of nowhere.
He was. But then Lamar.
Lamar was late 1st round.
The last pick. Pick. So how you're drafted, how you're rose depth chart, and he popped up on San Fran or whatever. Yeah. Same thing with Mac Jones. I don't think Mac Jones was a bum. I think Mac Jones went to the Patriots.
A tough organization. See, and this football, even more than basketball, every sport you need an organization, but football, you need a lot. Yeah. It's 24 starters, 11 offense, 11 defense. You're carrying your punter.
Basketball, it's 5 niggas on the court. If you got one of the best things in the court,
you're solid. But in football, one good quarterback organization can mess up. You don't got no defense. You don't got no line. You don't got nothing.
Yeah. And if you're a quarterback with no offensive line, bro, you just see what happened to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. They had the left guard playing left tackle. They had I think they had the most they had the most offensive line changes and switch ups of any team in the league. They had like top 2. The other teams, they all were like picking top 5 in the draft or some shit like that. Like it was getting ass spanked. So like you get a belt to ass. Patrick Mahomes get crazy. Yeah, is he haven't had a line.
2 Super Bowls with no line. Especially that first Super Bowl he lost against Brady. He was running for his life. And I felt like he was hitting the receivers in the face. He hit somebody in the face mask. They dropped it. Hit him in the chat. Like,
and I love DeAndre Hopkins. Dropped that open ball, bro. And then I think he ended up throwing a pick after that. And then it just shit just got ugly. And because of Mahomes, Mahomes could be down by 4.
And you still think, like, the second half started, I think they're down by like 20. I'm still like, bruh, it's Patrick Mahomes. But then the Eagles hit that deep shot to DeVonta Smith, and I'm like, okay, I think it's like 24-6 or 30-6 or something like that. I'm like,
I think before at the end of the half or like at the start of the second half, bro threw the pick to Zach Bond. And he ain't throw the pick to Zach Bond.
Oh, you talking about
either end of the half or the open half? It happened like between that sequence, and that's when you knew the game was over because like now they about to go up like 30-6.
They just dominated, bro. They dominated beginning to end, and it was almost. I couldn't believe it. For the first 3 quarters, I couldn't believe it. It took me all the way until the 4th quarter to be like, okay, this is happening. It's happening.
Yeah, you couldn't get it. And it's funny, the underlying story in that game was like Xavier Worthy had
2 touchdowns.
He had like he's one of the top receivers now in NFL history receiving yards in the Super Bowl.
Wow. I didn't know.
As a rookie.
Yeah.
But it got all the 4th quarter garbage yards.
They were still playing. I don't know if they thought they could win or if it was a pride thing. But Mahomes and Xavier Worthy were still. They were like, "Oh, y'all gonna play backups? 70-yard touchdown."
You're barely beating our back. I think Xavier Worthy Super Bowl because he got like he's got some trouble too.
Oh yeah.
Hey, bro, if you
Chiefs receivers can't stay clean.
Last year they got he set a rookie record in the Super Bowl loss.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like he got 157. And 157 is like, that's a lot in the Super Bowl.
Top tier, yeah.
That's a lot of Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy because you never. And also the Super Bowl game was 40-22.
Yeah.
It did not feel like it was 40-22.
No, it felt like it was 40-10.
It could have literally been 40-0.
Yeah.
That was a bad game.
That 22 makes it look way closer.
That was a terrible. Yeah, he surpassed the best rookie record by like a lot. I think honestly, that draft pedigree, like that's the reason why Sam Darnold. Kid, you know what I'm saying? Keep getting chances.
Yeah. I didn't believe he should keep getting chances, but then he actually played a good season. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but like, think about Zach Wilson signed this week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
who's a bum?
Jameis Wilson, who I actually like.
Yeah.
Like he'll always get a chance to be the number 1 overall quarterback.
I love Jameis.
Like Baker is the most overrated quarterback to me because like
number 1. I think Baker played well this season though. I think he did his job. Baker, I mean, you know this. I was 0.5 points behind you in our fantasy league. I've never seen a fantasy football game that close before. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2-week matchup decided by like a point.
I realized I never gave my victory speech, huh?
Yeah.
I forgot. I said I was going to drop it in the family check. I had a long victory speech.
Nah, go, bro. I'm going to let you do it because don't you got a meeting soon? I need to let you get out of here, bro. I'm not going to hold you. So I'm going to end with those 2 things. Give your speech about fantasy football. I'm right here as second place to accept my punishment face to face, and then I'm gonna let you plug whatever you got going on, and then we're gonna get you out of here.
Yeah, it's a long season. It's a hardcore season. It's a very competitive season between your mom and your sister. It's the best fantasy football players in the entire league. 8 people, 10 people,
12 now.
12. The mom and the sister, which is so crazy because.
Yeah.
Mom kind of knows ball. Naya only looks at the stats.
No, she doesn't know ball. But that's why she's going off straight analytics.
Yes. They won the last 2 weeks.
Nah, my brother won last year. He beat me by about 0.8 points in the champ. I've lost 2 years in a row in the championship by less than 2 points. Less than 2 points both years. It's impossible. Yeah. But Amari won last year, but then Naya was back to back before that. Yeah,
that's so insane.
Yeah, Naya was back to back.
Kyrie's not getting close, huh?
No, Kyrie's last place every year.
Yeah, he plays with his heart.
I think I don't even know why actually. Sometimes his team be looking solid.
Yeah,
I'm like,
in theory, yeah. He plays with his heart. I mean, he's gonna get Bijan. It sounds good.
You're gonna have a heavy Falcons. That's why Drake London.
Yeah, heavy. That's where the issue lies. That's the issue.
But you came out of nowhere too, not out of nowhere. You were good all year.
Yeah.
There was a team that was like super good.
Yeah.
And I forgot who beat them. You or me. One of us beat them in the playoffs. And
I think it was a late last season adjustments to my defense.
Yeah.
And my kickers. Hey man, if you're playing fantasy, do not sleep on your kickers, your defense, and do not sleep your flex options. And if they're not having a good season, get rid of them early. So I don't think I did any trades. I was on that waiver wire all the time.
See, our league is hard to make trades. Nobody wants. I made a trade. That might be my first trade in like 5 years.
It's not. Nobody be trying to. Because once again, they be so tied to.
Yeah.
Nobody trying to give up their players.
Not trying to give them up.
Yeah, no, I'm not. And then your mom is always going to get a black running quarterback. She's always going to get black running quarterback. I know the chat.
Every time, Mar or Jalen.
Yeah.
She can't get them. She's sad.
Right, and if we were trying to get the quarterbacks in the first round or two, what's great fantasy strategy is you can get your quarterback in the 9th round.
Yeah.
8th, 9th round.
Our league is different, bro. They're taking quarterbacks 2nd round, 3rd round every time.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to decide: do you want one of those guys, or I like finding them late, but I will admit it feels good to have a good quarterback because a good quarterback can get you 30. Yeah. I see. But that's why you was talking earlier. I traded for Mayfield, and
that's what you're saying.
He rode me. I mean, I rode him to the no Diddy, but I rode him.
I rode him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you honestly, I just like about Mayfield. The best attributes about Mayfield is the worst attributes about Cam Newton.
What you mean?
Everything people love about Baker Mayfield is
trust.
Then he went to I think like a prep school, like a JUCO.
Yeah.
Then he went to Washington State. Then he went to the University of Miami, and now he's about to be the #1 overall pick. Like, bro, you gotta root for that man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shador came from HBCU, came from reality TV with Deion being Deion kid. Michael Jordan kids suck. Michael Jordan kids ass. Let's not even talk about Magic Johnson kids. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're great, don't mean he has more off the field stuff. Distractions to Shador. If you try to bring up Shador's attitude,
it's because rich, confident, successful, young black man.
Yeah,
that's slightly intimidating for the public.
What you want to say to me, bro? Like I am always going to be confident. I'm always and you want a confident quarterback. You want somebody who makes your entire team confident. You're more excited to get on your team right now. Geno Smith or Shador Sanders? You know what I'm saying? Like Russell Wilson or Shador Sanders? Kenny Pickett. Shador Sanders. These are all the teams that need quarterbacks. Shador walk in, you gonna be like, oh, it's up.
I think Shador got a chance. I think he needs an offensive line, but depending on where, I think if he goes to a bad team, I think he might struggle. Honestly, because NFL is way different than college, bruh. Like you can run around and extend the pocket in college. He was still getting sacked egregiously in college. I think he might struggle. I don't like to talk about his personality. That makes no sense to me. But on the field, I actually, in the back of my head, I'm a little bit worried. About what happens. If I'm him, I'm like, Brad, I'll just cool it. I'll sit back. I'll go to like the Buccaneers or somebody like that. I want a good team.
That's okay.
Picking like 18.
That's cool.
But they pick 12, 9?
21.
Oh.
He's not falling. Y'all better go get Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
In a world where we're boosting up every quarterback, they try to boost up Will Levis years ago to make sure he go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many quarterbacks do try to like boost up to make sure they go top tier. I don't think he's even in a frat.
Yeah. He was hazing for what?
Yeah,
to play D-line?
Yeah, crazy. But he went number like 9, and he should have been like, he was clearly the best.
Well, yeah, because they were talking about Jalen Carter could have been #1 pick, and the Eagles got him at like 10.
Yeah, either Jalen Carter went like 10 or 9, and Michael went like 11 or whatever. Like, stuff like that. Like, why are you dropping dudes like Randy Moss up to like 20 something because like smoking weed? You know what I'm saying? Or they thought he was smoking weed. I mean, I think the degradation of people's character in a line with to try to. I think some teams put it out there so they can go lower so they can get them.
Yeah. I'll be thinking that sometimes too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Like you think the Eagles weren't happy with Jalen Carter, who they said should be the #1 pick, fell to them?
For sure.
Yeah.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
They already had Jordan Davis. I think
they got N'Kobe Dean.
Yeah. I think honestly, bro, the character thing that they're trying to pull with Shador is like, I don't think he makes it out the top 10 because in the top 10 you got the Raiders, you got the Giants, you got the Browns. I think Cam going to the Titans. You got
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like
I could see him with the Saints for some reason.
The Saints is ugh. They just like leave Spencer Rattler and them alone. Derek Carr, ugh.
It's a bad franchise right now, which is weird because that's a Super Bowl winning franchise.
Yeah. I think you got.
But even like the Packers won a long time ago, but like they're still a good organization. Like you're like, all right, that's a well run.
But I guess they won 2 championships in 35 years, 1 in 15.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay also won that many championships.
Yeah,
in like 15
I guess
years.
you're right. You're right.
It's like a good organization.
You're right.
Yeah, There's probably like 6 good organizations
that win, like, that have won. It's sad because, I mean, Mahomes and Brady hog them all. And the Eagles, now they got a couple past few years.
Brady kind of had the early 2000s, then it was a toss-up, then he had the 2010s.
Yeah.
So, like, it's always been somebody, like, hog them. Now, when you hog them, somebody normally gets one. Like, Peyton got a few, or Rodgers
got one, Peyton got 2.
Ben got a few, Roethlisberger got a few.
I thought that's who you meant. You meant Big Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben. He got 2. Eli got 2.
Yeah, Eli got 2.
And he got 2. Breeze got 1.
Yep. So you can get, that's why I'm hoping that for like Allen Burrow, but most of them
I don't think Burrow gonna get one at this one.
The team is weak because he played as good as he could play last year. I actually felt bad. He was dominant last year. He missed the playoff.
He was. I mean, that's no start shit. I mean, nigga, those are games too. Like last year, they started 1-4.
Those are games. Those are on the schedule.
When Jaden, and this crazy about it, I should have went to this game because the second game I went to in my life was this year. Was Jaden. Scary Terry against the Bengals earlier in the season. I was in Cincinnati that weekend. I was watching the Commanders game in a Cincinnati bar, going stupid because I was there for 4 straight under 30. Yeah. And I was like, yo, why everybody? I was like, I should have got bought my jersey and went to the game. But when I mean built the ass, and at that moment I said, oh yeah,
we up.
He's beating the other LSU quarterback.
Yeah, we up.
Yeah, that's why I knew Jaden was about to be on. I mean, I kind of knew before that, and I looked around how much it would have. I don't bet, but if I would have bet, I think I would have made. If I put $100 down on that, like Jaden, Commanders making the playoffs before they draft him, like right when they draft him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the one thing I regret.
Hey, bet responsible.
Bet responsible. Literally bet responsible. Hey man, I be thinking sports. Yeah. How much make if I just put it.
I'll be thinking all the time. Why would I just bet on the Thunder like every single game? Why don't people do that?
Or the Cavs.
And my man was telling me it's because the bread you win is not that much. But I'm like, so? It's guaranteed bread. I'm going to bet 60 times and win 50.
Yeah, more. Yeah. Rebounds for Brook Lopez is 6, 5.
So we're going to do that, Brad. I don't want to be abrupt, but I got it. You're a busy man. Yeah. I got to let you go. So first of all, though, like, tell people where they can find you or your organizations on social media. Tell people what you got going on, man.
Yeah. That's the invoices. My social media is Noah_McQueen. And yeah, man, we got some service trips coming up in the next few weeks. We're going to be at Tallahassee next weekend, feeding people. We have 3 out-of-state chapters feeding people. And then we're going to be at Miami the week after that. And feeding people. So, man, it's cool. We've given out 100,000 meals. We're going to give out a few hundred in these next few cities.
Yes, sir.
We got
first of many.
Yeah, man. We got a whole bunch of. Damn, you know what's crazy?
We talked about none of the topics we planned. We had a plan.
Not one. Yeah, we actually have a.
We went an hour and 50 minutes on totally other stuff, but that.
But next time, I'm sorry, actually about the Falcons.
Yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
I had it bad, boy.
My duh.